What is going on, everybody? Hello. I don't know. Is that poison? Hope that's poison, or else I'm saying it extremely wrong. Poiso. All right, we about to get into it right now. Trying to make sure that everything is working as expected. Which it doesn't seem to be. All right, there we go. All right, cool. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kilo Loco. We're going to pick up from where we left off yesterday, and that was building out this user profile that you can see right here on the screen. Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to get like the actual user object, the person that's actually signed in, and we want to get them shown essentially. Yeah, we want to get their user. We want to get the user that's actually signed in to be shown. So the part that I left off at yesterday was I broke everything out into smaller functions just so that it could be a little bit more manageable. And I got stuck when we were building out our block. So let's see. Yeah, so this is the part where I got stuck because we have to create the block and we need to do it with a user. And the block is supposed to be created, I think, at the actual app level, or like at the stateless widget level, right? So let me see, profile, where was it? Let me see, where were we? Session qubit, that's where it was. So we have our session qubit, and this is the thing that has the state that's going to actually have the user object. From here, we are accessing this value from the app navigator. The app navigator is creating our profile view right here. So only thing that I could think to do right now is like maybe create like another view or something like that, that is going to be the navigator. Oh, Greenstone, you're back. Aloha, man. Aloha. I hope you're not really saying aloha, because if you're saying aloha, you know, and you're in Hawaii, it's like super early over there. Unless that's not the only place they say aloha. Let's see. Okay, so I think that what I'm going to try to do is create just another navigator, a session navigator. And then from there we will have access. No, I'm from Germany. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's considerably, like, what is it? What time is it over there? It's probably like, it's almost at the end of the workday now. App navigator. Yeah, let's go ahead and create a session navigator. Session navigator Dart. It's always funny when you think that something is going to be super easy and it's not. Yo, boy, early doing gangsta. Yep, doing it early like a true gangsta. What's up, Elder? And it's 2:45 p.m. right now. Oh, okay. Got it. It's lunchtime. Let's go ahead and create the session navigator, right? And it extends a stateless widget, I believe. That's what we want to do. Kazakhstan, what's up? What time is it in Kazakhstan? Build. I don't know why I keep getting this on my simulator. That's so annoying. It's distracting to me. Stateless widget. Oh, did it not import it? Silly. There we go. Okay. Oh, 7:45 p.m. Isn't it like so interesting how we're on different sides of the planet? Right now, for me, it is 6:45 a.m. I mean 6:47, but yeah, you know what I mean. 6:47 a.m. You've already had your day. I'm barely getting into my day. Earth is weird. Okay, so then what we'll return is a navigator, right? Navigator. And we need pages when we're working with the navigator, and then we also need the onPop page, and then you pass in the route and the result, and you say route dot did pop result, like that. You close it up and maybe close it up again and do one of these. Yep. Okay. From here, we can pass in, let's just do our material page, profile view. Where am I from? Yeah, I'm in the US. I'm in the Los Angeles area. Same kind of area. I mean, it's like quite a drive to get there, but yeah, like Los Angeles area. Or yeah, profile view. So this gives us essentially the same functionality that we have right now. So if we switch out the app navigator, where's our app navigator? If we swap this for the session navigator, like that, then we still get this same functionality right there. And we can also wrap this in a block builder. So we can do return block builder, and we'll provide our session qubit, session qubit, and our session state, right? And we'll pass in a context and the state. There we go. Okay, so we got Nerdagon in here, also in Kazakhstan. Okay, you and Elder giving me the shoutouts. I really appreciate it. Anmol is in India. What time is it in India? Mostly, in my opinion, iOS guys hate Flutter. Not such a good quality of UI. Seems like cheap UI. Yeah, I heard something similar this morning, actually. Like I woke up to like like somebody had mentioned me on a thread where they were talking about the performance on the UI. I just haven't personally experienced it myself, but yeah, it's like it's apparently a really big problem, but from my understanding, it's only when you first open up the app that it's actually a problem, and then after that, it's not a big deal. But I haven't experienced it, so I don't really know the whole entire story. Oh, we got Linux Kid over here from Twitch. Can I drive to your house? And we have right with which language? Wait, what? And we have S right over which language is better. I'm not here to fight about a language. I mean, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, right? Like some people like, I don't know, really weird stuff like brain fuck, right? To not insult anybody. But yeah, 720 over there. Hi from Ukraine. What's going on, Ukraine? What's up, Wester? Ooh, somebody else from India too. Have a fight over which language? Yeah, I'm not gonna fight over anybody's language. What are you working on, mate? So, right here, I've been working through the hashtag 30 days of Flutter, and I am so far behind because I just get caught up and stuck on these things, and then also I get sidetracked. I get sidetracked very easily, and I don't actually end up finishing a whole lot. But so the idea here is like, we're building out a social media app, and I just authenticated the user, and now my next step is to essentially show that user's profile, so we can show all the information that they signed up with, and then also give them the opportunity to include a description or a bio, and then also include a photo about themselves. And then we're going to get into like the feed part in like later days. It's sunny here for the first time in March, it seems. Yeah, your series is awesome, dude. Each day a different mini project. Yeah, like that's the hard part, right? Like the entire thing is like based on trying to build up the skills, build them, right? But I don't know any of this stuff. Like I'm learning it myself, like how I'm teaching or how I'm going through it right now. And I'm learning it, so I'm trying to put out this series, and I had no warning that the 30 days of Flutter was going to kick off. So like I didn't get no time to prepare. So I started on the day that it was announced. And that just kind of sucked because I couldn't build up like a buffer of videos to help me not burn out. All right, I did enough talking. I'm going to try to get this working real quick. Block builder. Okay. Okay. So at this stage, we should only return if the state is null, or I mean if the state is authenticated, right? Like there's no way that you should be shown this session if it's not. Okay, so then what we'll do is we'll do state is authenticated, else we're gonna just simply return null, right? So then we know that we're working with this authenticated state, and at this point we should be able to work with the user. Now the problem is still that the block, the block would be inside that profile view. So how do I handle this dependency injection type situation? So let's go ahead and take a look at the auth qubit. Yeah, let's take a look at the auth qubit and let's see how some things are being passed around. I think that will... Oh, Linux, yeah, so this is called a ternary operation. Where did I put it? This is called a ternary operator. You have a Boolean statement, right? True or false. A question. So if this is true, if this statement is true, you provide this value. If it's false, then you provide this value. It's a if-else statement on a single line, and it's probably implemented in any language that you are probably programming in. Unless it's like a lower level language, it may not have it, but most languages do have it. modern languages, I should say. All right, so where was I? Auth qubit. So let's think about a time when we are passing around these objects, right? So I think I'm doing it through functions, and that's not helpful. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, Linux Kid is from Australia. Awesome, man. Drive your car. Dude, if you are learning, then I have no idea what I'm doing. We're all learning together. That's the entire point. Dang, man. How do we get the user object into that block? Let me take a look at the, oh, you know where we do it is on the confirmation. So let's take a look at that confirmation block. Oh, that's right. That's right. So what I did is I inject the entire qubit in there. That's what I did. I remember that, and I was like, I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not. Because I don't know if there's any rules against it. It's just like, it feels weird. You know what I mean? Like, if we take a look at this confirmation view, right? What we're doing for the confirmation block to inject and get back the values inside of the auth qubit is that we are reading from the context and getting the auth qubit and injecting it there. So it works, and we can do the same thing with our profile. It just kind of feels weird to me, like something doesn't feel right. And I know that when something doesn't feel right, that's like a really good indicator that it's probably not best practice. But it's okay. I mean, if somebody wants to like correct me in the comments, like when I release the video and say like, oh, you're doing it like an idiot, well, then I will take that. I will take that feedback, and I will definitely try to learn if they decide to give me some like constructive criticism as opposed to just saying you're an idiot. I try to make an Android app on Windows, my OS, RIP, but I quit after realizing I can't even change color. I was sitting here like a stuffed duck, so I quit that shit after 5 hours. Were you using Flutter to do the Windows app, or I tried to make Android app. Oh, you know what your problem might be is Android Studio. It's a huge problem. My line 10 is incorrect. No, looks fine. I think you got me. All right, so let's go ahead and inject this or wrap this around, what is it, a block builder? A block provider, actually. What's going on, Jared? Are we on for tonight? Ooh, what does that mean? Are we on for the live stream tonight, I should say. Let's go ahead and wrap this in a widget. And we are going to do block provider, like that. And the block provider has a create context and arrow, we have our profile block. And then, okay, so this is the part where, I need to update it, right? So the profile block should not be taken in a user object, but I suppose a session, the session qubit. That's the way that I did it in the past. I guess let's keep going down that route. Session qubit and whoops. Okay. How do we do this? So I need to call super. This is complex. Another iOS god in the house. Jared is an iOS god. I was definitely learning a lot from Jared's videos when I was first starting out, for sure. Still learning a lot from him. Let me think. How the hell do I do this? Because I can't just do super, right? Super profile state user. Yeah, see, like, I can't do that. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. So oh, you know what? You do it with the factory constructor. That's what it is. Yep. Searching my brain. That was the answer. Like this. This. Profile. Pro. There we go. And then a factory constructor. Factory. Yeah. Factory profile block from session. Ooh, okay, this is coming out pretty nice. Okay, session qubit. Boom! Look at that. Okay. Oh, damn. Most time is about fixing annoying bugs in background async shit making me crazy. Seeing someone make project with multiple files of code seems really daunting to me. I don't know. I mean, the project has to grow, right? Like there's nothing that can be done once your project needs more functionality. Like you have to add more files. I mean, you don't have to add more files. I usually just make a calculator. Oh God. Oh man. Usually I love that. I love it. Oh, okay. So I wonder if I could get the user out like this. So final user session qubit.state.user. This doesn't work. When do you wake up? It's interesting that you are streaming at the morning. Usually almost all the streams at the evening. Hey, well, I mean, if y'all want to see coding in the morning, who else are you going to watch? I have been waking up at 5:30 lately, 5:30 a.m. Just because I'm trying to get like my work done earlier, because if I do it later, then I don't get to spend as much time with the family. So that's the whole logic behind what I'm doing. If session qubit.state, or hold on, we have to get the state first, right? Final state is equal to session qubit.state. We do state is authenticated like that. Then what we will do is we will return the profile block user state.user. Boom. Else returnal. Okay. Who was it that asked about the else thing? I think it was it you, Linux? Yeah, okay. Linux, I want to show you something. This is a ternary operation, and you can do it in most of your languages. So you see how I have this simple if-else statement? What I can do is I can, since I only have like these one-liners, just return this or return that. We can make it into a ternary operation, and you can do this in most languages. You just do return. You would have your Boolean statement, right? Your control flow statement, right? So we'll just go ahead and copy this. And this is going to be true or false, right? Then, or actually, we don't even need the parentheses. Then what you could do is you ask the question, is that true? If yes, then let's provide this value. And then colon, if no, then provide null. Null, like that. And now you got a one-liner like this. So you could do this in most languages. I would do it on multiple lines. Like I feel like this is better, like when you do it like this. So then it kind of defeats the whole entire idea of one line, but it is something that you can do. Nice, thanks for the tutorials in general. It's so clean and easy to understand. Great job. Oh, glad that you like them. Thanks for coming to hang out. Also, thank you all for coming to hang out. I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and 30 lines, 30 line calculator, and then delete it. Oh man. Okay, so in Python, does it have them? Can't remember if it has them. Sometimes it's like a if statement, but they don't have the parentheses. I mean, Python doesn't use parentheses most of the time, anyways, or not parentheses, but braces. Okay, so this is what we want to do from session Navigator. Excuse me. All right. Where are we trying to do this at? Right here. Profile block. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all about to see some magic. From session, pass in context dot read. Get that session qubit like that. And we also need to specify session qubit, I think, maybe. I actually don't like the fact that I need to give it named arguments, so pass on that. Profile view. There we go. There we go. That's some magic for you. All right, dude, are you standing and using system? Seems like a trend these days. Yeah, I'm standing. Look at. See, that's me on my tippy toes. I don't know why me putting my hands up demonstrates that I'm standing, but yeah, I'm standing. I am like 270 pounds, and I figured that if there's anything that I can do to like slim down at all, I should probably do that. I am fat. I'm getting heavier by the day. All right, I really like the fact that we do now have our profile block, and now we should be able to access, whoa, that's not what I wanted. Oh, some of you are from other parts of the world. Look up how much 270 pounds is in, I think you guys measure in kilos. Whoo. It's a lot. It's a lot. Americans be like, boom. Thanks, but it's definitely not cool. Man, I gotta lose some weight, man. I used to be so skinny. I think the good thing is that I'm like really tall, so it helps. It helps evenly distribute the fat. Okay, so we have profile state, and we are going to have access to the avatar path, the description. You don't have access to the user. I think if we are, yes, okay. So what we actually need to do, I think that we should be providing the username, the email. Yeah, the username and email. I'm not sure if I should be allowing the profile view to actually see the actual user. So if I had to guess about a way to go about this, I would say that it would be like this. And since I have the user right here, what I will do is I will do a string get username. And that's going to be user.username. And a string get email. Oh, well, that's not an error. Ha. There we go. We're also missing this. Oh, poop, man. All right, we already have authentication for the app, so I should be able to go to the Amplify console. Oh, nice. Some clean Flutter dev with VS Code, my favorite. Yeah, I actually really enjoy VS Code. Like if I could use VS Code for iOS development, I might actually consider doing it. Like I know that you could just write Swift, but that's not what I want. I want all the code completion and stuff like that. Kilograms. Yup. How many kilograms is Kilo Loco? That's the question for you. Why did you choose block state management package over others, or choose for studying purposes? So I chose block. Oh, I don't really need to hold up. I chose block because I saw on one poll by I think Coding with Adrian or Andrea, and Coding with Andrea. He's like an awesome person that does a lot on Flutter, but I saw that he hosted a poll and it looked like the majority of people were using block. And I know that block really scales well, and it's also probably one of the more complex state management options to choose from. So I thought that if I could break it down and make it easier, then and teach it to people, then more people would have a better understanding of how to use block. And you know, it seemed like since a lot of people are already using block, it would be a good one to teach so that other people don't feel like they're left out because they can't understand block. And I think I did a pretty reasonable job in one of the past videos when I first introduced block and how easy it could be, especially when you're just starting out with qubits. All right, so amplify console. Can we get a tour of the app? Yes, but not right now. It's just a login screen though. How much LB? How many pounds? 270 pounds. I am heavy. Is heavy the right word, or is hefty? Is it heavy or is it hefty? Okay. Who asked? And welcome, Alfredo, from the Dominican Republic. What's up? What's up? Yes. Oh. Damn, he said, yo, boy. Yikes. Oh man, that's not good. When they say, yo, that's not good. All right. Oh, it's already deployed. Okay, so we deployed it yesterday. And I'm pretty sure that we didn't actually update the model because it doesn't have a description, but it has a description here. So we're all what did I press? Let's go back here for right now. Just do the amplify pull. All right, I think that should have done it. And our user should now have a description. There it is. Boom. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cool. Okay, if I could just clear that, go to the debug console. All kinds of stuff is breaking in the background because we're messing with the state. Okay, so now back over here at the profile block. Oh no, the profile state. We have the description. User.description like that. I still need to figure out about this. Yeah, I still need to figure out about that. I think that we need to send a state update. And then everything else looks good. You're more of an Android Studio guy? Really? I think that Android Studio probably has like I would guess they probably have like maybe a better tools to interact, probably especially around debugging, if I had to guess. But my issue with Android Studio is just the amount of RAM that it takes. Once you get the RAM squared away and it stops lagging so much, and this is on IntelliJ in general, because, or like not IntelliJ, on JetBrains products in general, because when I was working with IntelliJ, um, it was just like lagging, and it was painful. Even whenever I open up Android Studio to do like Android, like native Android work, it can be a little bit laggy. But I think I had recently fixed it. It's just I haven't touched Android in probably about a month. Okay, so we should be providing all the stuff that we need at this point. And our state, RAM hungry, yeah, but debug friendly. Yeah, I would assume like when you're working on a large production app, Android Studio is definitely nice. I do really enjoy like the verbose logs and like all the things that you can do with Logcat. Um, yeah, like I think the debugging experience over there is like pretty stellar. Okay, we have our session qubit. Now we just access it from the state. State is going to have these properties, profile page. Let's start off with something easy like the username title. Block builder. Nope. State. Come on. There we go. This is going to be a profile block and a profile state. Got to import that bad boy. Got to wrap it up. Like so. And I doubt that it worked, but it might. Might have. Yeah, I don't think that it worked. There's no way that it worked. Let's go ahead and log in. Oh, well, we might want to access the state and provide the username, right? State.username. Spot on with verbose, yeah. But for Flutter, I think verbose logs are not that great, or I haven't found a good way to get info yet. Yeah, like the thing about VS Code for Flutter that oh poop. Okay, hold on. Just trying to run on my phone. The thing about there we go. The thing about VS Code, especially for Flutter, is that stuff is just like, since it's just a simple text editor, it's just like really fast, right? And then, you know, the logs are pretty decent. I think that, you know, when you're working with breakpoints, that's a pain in the butt, you know, like there's no like good breakpoint experience, I guess. Like the debug tools just aren't there. Or maybe I just don't know how to use them well. But yeah, like overall, this is like a really good editor for, you know, getting stuff done really quickly. And then if you're not running into a whole lot of bugs, which I haven't necessarily ran into like a whole lot of bugs, that that a simple error, like an error log, I couldn't figure out. But yeah, I think with Flutter it's easier because like you're able to see stuff so much quicker, right? Like you're just like able to make a change and then save it and then figure out what happened, right? Like, so I think that also helps. Let's see. Could not be completed. Attempting, translating platform. Oh, okay. That's my bad. So what happened was, we have an old object, because you know how I just did the migration right now, where I added the description field. So locally, my database was not set up to handle that, and there was an error. So that was the problem. If I just delete the app and then reinstall, it should go away. Yeah, I could have also like handled that issue with amplify. Like all I would have to do is amplify data store clear, and then it would have went away. But yeah, like just delete the app and reinstall, and that's good enough for testing. If we were planning on like actual migration or something like that, then we would implement the clear functionality to handle these types of things. But that should have worked. Okay. It's called on null. Oh, okay. I see. That's an error in my programming. Interesting. Okay, so I have run into an interesting state that I shouldn't normally run into. The problem is that when I launch the app tries to automatically log me in. When I launch the app automatically tries to log me in. If it then will log me in, since I have already signed in, even though I deleted the app, I think it's storing to the keychain and it's able to detect that I have logged in, and there's a session stored on the actual device. So what's happening here is that I launched the app on a fresh database because now my user object has been cleared away. And when I do a query for that user object, nothing is coming back. Since nothing's coming back, I'm attempting to create the user object, but I don't have any information about that user object. So I pass in a user ID, a crappy username, and then no email. The problem there is that email is null. So to go over what I was just explaining, you can see that happening in our auth qubit. Let's see, where do we call it? I think it's session actually, in the session qubit. Attempt auto login, attempting, right? It logged me in. So then we look up the user by the ID. We don't have that user, so we create a user. And then this is where we're crashing right here. Let me try to run it again. Let's see if maybe it was able to get back the persisted object. Or if not, then we need to, I may decide to delete this user. What's going on? Ari? Irie? Oh, okay. This time it worked because, okay, let me explain this. So this time it worked because when it first did the query, the database was empty. But in between now and that time, it's had time to actually go out to the database that is up on AWS and pull down the actual user that was saved before. And now we get back the user object. So luckily we didn't have to do anything, but this is still a problem. So I don't know what would be the best way to handle this, actually. Email is equal to null. I don't know. Email.trim. This is like the first thing that comes to mind, and I don't know if this is, I mean, it looks ugly as hell, but this will do the job for sure. Okay, so now we are getting back the username right there. So that means that everything's working as expected. Pretty good. Let's see. Profile view. Can you get a fresh instance of user each time app is initialized? Yes, that's exactly what it's doing. So so what's happening under the hood is that data, like when you do a query, you're doing a query locally, and you're checking the local database on the device for whatever it is that you're trying to query for, right? But under the hood, Appsync, AWS Appsync is syncing the data to and from AWS. So once Appsync can detect that, oh, your database is not the same as the database in the cloud, it will initialize like that sync. And then that's when the user object will be updated in your database. And depending on how you code it, you can essentially be working with the latest user object, or you could do another query and then get the latest user object that way. So you can observe those events, you can listen for those events, those changes on the user object or the table or whatever you want to do. And you can do it based off of that, or you could just do another query and then get the latest. That's another way to do it. So like essentially either listen to changes or do something like a pull to refresh, I guess. So username is in there. We got that one. Now we can add in all the other ones too. So instead, what we're going to do is we'll just keep copying this line of code right here. We'll do this, bam. And now we should be able to do state.email. So this is one of my gripes with let's see if we do this. Might be the right email. State email. Yep, I guess that's the right email. So one of my biggest gripes with Block is that they recommend doing it this way, which I kind of like, where it's like, you know, we have these two things separated, right? But you do have this boilerplate, like repetitive line of accessing block builders from each function. I think sync needs to be handled there if it could be a little glitch there. I think sync need to be handled there if it could be. Yeah, there's probably a better way to go about handling the sync. But I'll have to look into that. That's definitely a good call out though. Nope, right there. Okay, so this is the text field. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in here, and it's mostly because of all this. So Let's think. Text editing, text is equal to this should have had a value. There should be like there should be an initial value for the text, and I don't think that the way that I did it is the right way to do it. It could be, but I highly doubt that. Yeah. By sync, I mean local DB and the AWS Amplify. Well, it's like a order of operations thing. It's mostly from the code that is happening here. That's the problem. Let me see. So text field. No, I will not be working with Vue.js. I strongly dislike JavaScript. Sorry. It's just not my jam. Flutter text field initial value. Oh man. For some reason I couldn't use this with dynamic object, ended up needing the controller. Huh. That's exactly what I did. Cascade. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah. I think Cascade is the best option, and then let's go ahead and yeah, I think that's fine, I guess. And we will do on changed value will be let's see, block, or we could do context dot read, and what we will access is going to be the profile state, right? And then the profile oh no, hold on, what the hell am I doing? Profile block. Add, and then we're gonna say profile description changed, and we'll pass in the value. Description, like that. Yep. That should do the job. All right. Do you think it's a good idea to use Amplify if I need a backend for my Swift app where I want to perform GET HTTP requests to retrieve images? Hold on, let me think about that question. Good idea to use Amplify if I need a backend for my Swift app. Okay, you need a backend for your Swift app where I want to perform get HTTP requests to retrieve images. I think I don't think I fully understand the question, and I'm not sure if there's a little bit confusion about what part Amplify would play in that. So I think I think what you're interested in mostly is retrieving images through a HTTP request, right? Like, so you're just asynchronously loading images. Or what should I use? I never built a backend and I don't have a lot of time. Well, I think the part that I'm kind of curious about is like, what is it? Is the problem having a backend, or is the problem getting images from the internet? That's what I'm kind of curious about. I believe the question is whether Amplify allows us to host a RESTful API and storing images. RESTful API. Yeah, you can do a REST API with Amplify, yes, but for the storing images part, yes and no. So what you would use, I could show this to you real quick. So the place that I'm going is right here. Amplify. I can't even think. Amplify AWS.com. No, docs Amplify AWS. That's what it was. So if you're looking for that, you can do storage, right? So that's the part that would store your images. Now, you said something about HTTP request where maybe for some reason you only want to be able to like get the URL. So what you could do is under the download files, you can expose the URL. If I generate a download URL, this is what I'm going to do on this app that we're working on right here. So let me see. And let's not use combine because I think that could potentially be a little bit more confusing to people. So what you could do is amplify storage.get URL. So you would save the key, you would save like the name, right? Like the key is usually the name of the file. So let's say, kiloloco.jpg or something like that, right? You would save it under kiloloco.jpg into storage, and then you would be able to download that actual file to your app. But if you're not looking to actually download the file and store it somewhere on your app, and you wanted to kind of keep this stuff in memory, and you wanted to like use like remote image loading, then you pass the key in right here, and you can get back the URL right here, and then you could just access the image like that whenever. Just make sure that you don't store this URL because it does change for security purposes. I need a download URL because I am using, yeah, so that would definitely cover it. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So the part that I was just explaining right now where you get the URL back, that is the part that would probably be most helpful for you. You do the get URL on Amplify storage, and actually let me just pull up those docs one more time, and I'll just paste a link in there. But yeah, you can do that. Nope. Generate download URL. Here we go. And here we go. There you go. So yeah, but if you have more questions about Amplify, you could either hit me up on the Discord, which I will also add that in here. So you could come and chill in the Discord, and anybody could come and chill in the Discord. It's geared for mobile developers. And if you have any more questions, you can hit me up on there, or you can go to the Amplify Discord, and the actual engineers can also help you if you have like a much more complex problem or something like that. All right, let's get back to it. So this looks good. The initial value is going to be coming from, not here, but now. Yeah, no problem, Daniel. Thanks for asking the question. It's going to come back from state.description. Ooh, that's not properly named. This should probably be like user description. User description. Now that I think about it, yeah. No, this is right. No. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. User.description, that's right. Okay. So we got that, but this should have broken a couple of places. Like here. And there. So that fixes that one. This one. It should have broke somewhere else, no? Maybe not. Okay, so now we have the user description, and this should be null. So it's empty, right? And then when I say let's, ooh, no, that's not what I want. Oh, what is going on? That's so weird. Look at that. It's like going in reverse. Let me write my name. What the heck? What is that? Oh, Daniel, thank you. Thank you. Doing a shaka sign with his hand saying cool. Oh. I was like, I only see the text description, and what it says is pair character doing a shaka sign with his hand saying cool. Thank you so much, Daniel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Dude, look at this. Look at this. Is so weird. Why is it doing that? If I had to guess, it has to do with this. Yeah. That's not good. How do I... Oh, man. This is not good. Damn. This is not good. Nope. So... I suppose what we could do is we can also have... Nope. Gotta go. Thanks for the entertainment, and see you later. All right, Greenstone. Maybe catch you next week. I think I'm gonna probably... I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but maybe next week, and maybe I'll catch you then. Thanks for coming to hang out. I appreciate it. Yes. Okay, so this is like a really interesting bug to have, because... damn. Okay, let's see. They also said that you can do text form field, but does it have all of these different properties? Oh, it does. Well, don't I feel foolish? Okay. All right. Yes. Does it still work? It does still work. Oh, yeah. Hello. Okay. Let's go ahead, stop the app, and let's go ahead and run it again. And let me see. All right. New Flutter is out. I think we got that warning yesterday too. I probably should upgrade. Let me think. So displaying all of the values is going to be, it's going to be pretty good. That should be a video in itself, I think, because there's a lot going on here. Now we have this username. Let's think. User description. Hello there. Okay, that's working. So that part's taken care of. I think the only other thing that I'm missing might be like a, actually, can I remove that line? That would be amazing. Flutter. If I can't, then I'm not going to worry about it. Text form field, because this app is not meant to look sexy. I have come to the realization that I truly enjoy working with functionality, and I do not enjoy building out sexy UI. I prefer sexy code. So that's just me. Text form field, remove, underline. It has to be a text form field. Isn't it so ridiculous what you have to do just to hide the underline? What is this? Oh man. What's going on? Fell and Giselle. Oh man. There was actually one where it was actually extremely easy and I forgot how to do it. Oh, it was like something like collapsed. Is that what it is here? Let me see the decorator. Initial value. Oh, we also need to handle this value too. So I need to get to that too. What was it called? Decoration? Shout out to them. Okay. Shout out to them. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the decoration, and this is going to be a input decoration, I believe. Decoration collapsed right here. Hint text. Let me see. Where is it? Do we have a... I guess we might want to have a hint text. Enter your bio. Like that. All right. I like it. Boom. All right. All right. Can I ask you how to make that emulator with VS Code, and is it possible with Kotlin? I don't understand the question. Can I ask how to make that emulator with VS Code? If you're referring to the simulator, and like Yeah, if you're referring to the simulator, this right here, I'm trying to understand the question. How to make the emulator with VS Code. If you mean like bringing this up, I think once you have Flutter, the Flutter extension installed on VS Code, which is over here on the left side, and you have Flutter, this extension installed, it should give you the ability to open up the simulator. Now you do need to be on a Mac computer, an Apple computer, right? Then what you would do is you would do Command Shift P, and then there is a command for it, simulator. Maybe it's under Flutter. Flutter. I forgot how to do it. Flutter. I think it might be this launch emulator. I think that might be it. Hold on, let's double check. I think it might be this launch emulator right here. Yeah, there you go. So launch emulator, and then you can select iOS, assuming that you already have it installed on your machine. Like you would need to install Xcode and stuff like that, but you can check that by doing Flutter Doctor in the terminal, if that makes sense. Yeah, Zazis up here, you can see, let's see, up here somewhere. Oh, you can't even see behind my hand or something like that. Yeah, oh, up here. Zazis has an answer. Vazia also has an answer. Yeah, okay. Hope that answers the question. I just wasn't really sure. I don't think I fully understood like exactly what was going on, so sorry about that. All right. So now we have this text form field working. The last piece that, well, we need two things that left, right? So one of them is going to be a button. If I could find the profile view. So we need a button, and this will be called the Save Changes button. Widget. Save profile changes button. Fel and Giselle, I'm gonna have to ask if we could tone down some of the emotes just a little bit. Okay, so we got the save profile changes button, and we are going to return, what is this, like an elevated button like that. We're not going to do anything at the moment. And then the child is going to be save changes. Oh, what's, whoa. Save changes. There we go. And let's also move this up. I like it like that. Okay, so then we have a button that's called Save Changes, and do I want this to be in a list tile? I think I do. Right? It should be like also in the white, right? Or should it just be down there? Let's take a look at what it would look like so far. So we just go up here, we add it in right here. Save profile changes button. And you know what? I kind of actually like the fact that it's not in the white thing. But that's just me. But yeah, so we go ahead. Oh, look at it hover. That's so cool. I like that. So, now that we have the save profile changes, we can trigger, we should have like an actual event, right? We just do it like this. We access the context. Oh, okay, hold on. I don't know if it would be better to actually return, let me think. We built this all out and there was a button over there in the oh yeah. Okay, so the reason why we do save, okay, yes. Did you start from scratch or template? Are you talking about this project? The project I built from scratch over several days. I didn't just do it all today. But I've been working through it, and this is actually the project that's in the hashtag 30 days of code videos that I've been covering. So it's just like step by step that we've been building it out, and right now we're working on the profile, if that makes sense. Okay. So block builder, we're going to be working with the profile block and profile state. There we go. So we're not doing anything with state at the moment. We'll come back to that. Yeah, we're definitely going to come back to that. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. Okay, on pressed, what we're going to do is context.read. We are going to get back the profile block, and we will add the profile save profile changes. That's what it was. Okay, so let's go back over here. It's interesting that I did this, but I don't think that I added the other part in our state to handle that. Yeah, we don't have our state handling this button tap. So this will actually be of type form submission. Form status, like this. And we can make this final as well. For this, we can say form status is equal to initial form status. Like that. All right. Thank you. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher your name. On? I hope I said that right. Oh, I'm so sorry if I didn't. I know I probably didn't. Form status. State. Form state? Is it form state? I thought it was form status. Yeah. form status, form status, form status. There we go. Nope. Form status, colon, form status, this stuff, form status, like that. There we go. Okay, so now I'm almost certain that we're not going to do this right here. So let's just clean this up real quick. Okay, so now we have our initial forms. We have our form status to represent when we tap the button, right? And if we go back over to our profile block, now when we do this, we can yield state.copy with, and then we'll update the form status to form submitting, like this. And also we can do a future. So future dot delayed duration seconds to will await, and then we'll update the form status back to normal. Yield state dot copy with form status, and then form submission form success. Success, submission success. There we go. So now if we tap the save changes, oh well, stupid. You gotta have some UI to represent the different state change. Yeah, goof. Okay, so yeah, like when you are expecting something to happen but nothing happens, and it's because you didn't code that part. Yeah, well, pretty obvious. All right, so state. Oh, actually, we need to access the state beforehand, or the form status, I should say. Or do we? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. State dot form status is submitting We'll do circular progress indicator else. Awesome. Okay, so now, ooh, we know what we're doing. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, so what time is it for me? It is 8:10. So this is good enough for one video for sure, because there was like a lot of different pieces that had to be handled and modified just to even display this information. Now, in regards to the next steps from here, what do we want to do? So we would need to be able to actually change the avatar, and that's one part that we haven't actually even finished yet. We can set that up, change avatar button. This would actually need to open up the image picker, and let me think. It would need to open up the image picker, right? And then we would also need to be able to upload that change. Like we would need to upload this image to storage. And then we would have to do the same thing with when we save these changes. We would need this to store the data. Most specifically, it's just the description. But yeah, we need to display. We need to. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at how I kind of have these concepts spaced out, because I know that I am covering the camera, showing of the camera in one video, like handling camera and handling image selection from your files. I know that's one thing that I'm covering in one separate video, but in regards to like, okay, well, what about the actual saving of the description is kind of like the hard part that I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Oh, hey, thank you, Alexandru. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. Y'all are generous. Y'all are generous out here, man. Woo. I love it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So we showed the profile. Then we need to handle the gallery. Then we need to actually handle the storage. Yeah. I think that would be one video, and then when then we would go through and save the changes for the entire profile. So that would be one video. So let's go ahead and commit these changes. Git add, git commit. And what would we say? We finished showing profile data. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just out here having fun and trying to hang out with y'all. So I really do appreciate it when, you know, when you all just like send anything my way. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. See, now you got me all smiley. Now you got me all smiley. Let me just make sure I don't have a meeting coming up. I think I have one at 8:30. Yeah. I need to go at 8:30, so I got another 15 minutes at least. So let's go ahead and try to get something else going. So I think the next part that I want to work on is like when we hit the change avatar, I want to start working with like a real image in there. That'd be extra nice. So let's go to pub.dev, your favorite place as a Flutter developer, right? And we are going to do, what is it called? Is it called Image Picker? Yeah, it is. Okay, so Image Picker, and this one, I hope that it doesn't have bugs anymore, because it was having bugs when I was trying to select an image. We'll find out, but I think we'll probably be fine. So we'll just grab Image Picker, and we'll just say, I'll just go out and go get the latest one. It should be fine. We do that pubspec.yaml. Can we collapse anything here? Not a whole lot more that we could collapse. It's right behind my head. Look at it's right there. Right here, Image Picker, like that. Okay, so now we have Image Picker implemented, or downloaded, I should say, not implemented. And the way that we work with this would be get image from the camera. So I think we already have a button submission, right? Oh, do we even have that event? We might not even have that event. Change avatar. Do we have an event that represents that? I'd be so sad if I was stupid enough to miss that. Oh, no, we got it. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, so final. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that this is the right place. So final. Wait, is it already pasted? Okay, so then we would just like have this picked file, right? Wonder why they hang on to a reference to it right there. We can do the same thing though. It's no biggie. Final image picker is equal to image picker, like that, right? That's all we needed. Yep. Oh, they called it picker, so we can call it picker too. Whatever. Okay, so we can't do the camera because we're on a simulator, at least at this moment, right? Oh, you know what? We actually need to show like we need to show like something to pop up from the bottom actually too. Let's start right here and then we'll go from there. So print picked file. Okay, so let's go back over to our app. You know what I didn't realize is that I don't know if I've ever tried to use a package or a dependency without actually having restarted the app. Does that work? I wouldn't expect it to work. Let's find out together. So let's go back over to our profile view, and then we need to emit a new change avatar button. So this is where we need to go block builder. What's going on, Yamdu? Hope I said that right. I've been apologizing for my mispronunciations all day. Block builder is going to have a builder, right? Actually, we don't need to do all this. Why do it the hard way when you can do it the easy way, which is copying and pasting? Yes. It's like you just Stack Overflowed yourself. Got it. Now we can use the context right here. Not that we need to do it this way, but it helps. Context.read. We are going to get back the profile block like so, and we are going to add the event of change avatar like so. Now when we hit change avatar, okay, no implementation, missing plugin exception. Like I said, I didn't really expect that to work, so let's try to build it out again. Okay. So I think that this should be fine. Could also have a problem by since we didn't specify a version, that might also be a problem. So we we could easily fix that if need be. And we're just waiting. We're just waiting. At this point, we're just waiting. So if I could get to the point to where I have if I could get to the point to where I have the profile image showing, like from whatever we selected, I would be very happy. Because then we're getting really, really close. What's up, Dr. Mariam? Oh, hi. It's taking a little bit longer than usual, right? All right. Okay, so we have this. Oh, man, it does that sometimes. That's so frustrating. Sometimes it will just like stop working. Like it'll just like turn off. And I don't really understand why. But like, I don't even think it's like an actual crash. It'll just like disconnect. Okay, so look at all this stuff that we're planning on doing. Oh, okay, so we can actually probably take out some of these steps. This actually goes up here. This doing right there. All right, are you alive? You're alive, right? Change avatar. Okay, it's just crashing. Okay, so the reason why it might be crashing, it should give us some logs though. That's the kind of weird part. It should give us some logs, but the reason why it's probably crashing is because we're trying to access it without actually getting the permissions, right? So we are going to need this one for right now. We'll do library a little bit later, but for sure we need this one. Excuse me. I don't think that they actually. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and add it. So iOS runner info plist. We need to add it down here as a key. And how exactly is this done? Key. Okay. Key. Do you love me? Uh, give me them photos, boy. That's not how you spell string. All right, so that should be enough to get it actually going on the simulator. There we go. Okay, so we can grab these other descriptions later. Yeah. Warning in pick image, pick. API of the plugin changed slightly to allow web implementations to exist. Let's make sure that we're doing the get image right, because I said that some stuff has changed. I mean, we copied it right from the thing, so it should work. Looks like it's running, right? We do change avatar. Oh, yes, okay. Allow access to all photos. Let's go! I hope these aren't my real photos. Oh, they are my real photos. Not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. What do you think of Flutter compared to iOS native? I personally love iOS native. Flutter's also really cool too. I know that there is I know that there's like a issue, especially like it was like brought to my attention this morning too, but like what's going on here? Okay, hold up. Let's see if we can get this working. It's unfortunate. Downloading from iCloud. Why would you be downloading from iCloud? That's so weird. Hold on. Yeah, so in regards, hold on, I have to do this off screen because it has like all my personal information and stuff like that, and I don't want that to be on here. Photos, why would photos be on? Okay, so Flutter versus native iOS, and I really gotta go soon. Flutter in regards to native iOS, yeah, I think that I like both. I personally like both. In regards to setting up a UI, I think that Flutter is so much easier because like the widgets that they build out are just like handling so many different use cases. Like if there's like something that you're looking to do, Flutter will probably have a widget where you just implement it in a few lines and bam, like you're good to go. In terms of like performance, I think the performance on Flutter is really good, but I would be willing to bet that, you know, like obviously native is going to be the better one to go with, you know, just because it's native. Like you're not dealing with any weird abstractions and you're able to optimize the code to the best of its possibilities, right? So yeah, I like them both. Swift is my favorite language. Dart is my second favorite language, though. I wish there were a couple more features from Dart that were in Swift that would make it a little bit nicer. Cascades and control flow inside of lists is really awesome. I wish Swift had that. But yeah, like the whole entire semicolon and then prefixing your functions like this. I never really cared for that style. So yeah, but yeah. Flutter is good for startups looking to build both Android and iOS apps, and also for making MVPs. That is a great point, Kush. I heard there's a bad bug with Metal on Flutter where animations are super laggy. That's what I heard too, but I haven't experienced it yet. But apparently, it's like it can be really bad. My understanding of that bug is that it only happens during load times, and I think that what's actually happening in the community is that there's this conflation of, oh, my app is janky, like the animations are janky, but that's the only time the jank actually is happening is during the startup of the app. And if you're like experiencing it like further along the line, like that's probably a bad implementation of whatever you're implementing. So that is definitely true. I haven't experienced it myself. I tested it myself. Like, I wonder if I could show you guys this. It's already, I really got to go. I could be late. It's fine. real meeting doesn't really start until 8:45 anyway. But yeah, like I haven't noticed it, but I'm not saying that it's not there. It's just that I think that there is a conflation between the fact that you can write bad code and cause your animations to be janky, and then you can also be facing the actual bug that exists. And I think that a majority of the people might actually just be like missing the I think it's they're running into the problem that they're writing the wrong code. So like right here, I have the Pokédex app from day 16, right? So if I go ahead and launch this, you'll see that everything loads fast, and it's pretty smooth. Like it's an extremely simple app, but like I don't notice like any janky animations or anything like that. Like everything's pretty quick. So like it's pulling this information from the internet, and to load any of these is pulling from two different APIs. So it's I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. It's just that I haven't experienced it myself. And yeah, like I think that there's the actual problem, and then people associating their problems with that problem when it's not necessarily the same exact thing. Okay, so change avatar. Let's see if we could get it going this time. This might just be permanently broken because it's trying to use my photos. Okay. All right. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Cuz it's trying to use my photos, but like it's not loading any of them because they're all in iCloud, and I don't know what's going on. I have to probably sign out of the iCloud account on here, and then maybe it will go back to the default account, and then things will start working. But yeah, I just don't know, because like the fact that I pull it up and nothing happens. But next time what I'll do is I'll show it on the camera so that we can actually get like a photo, and then we could take a picture, and then it should show up right here. So yeah. All right, so I'm about to go. If you have any last questions, feel free to drop them. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for coming and hanging out with me on the stream. There's like quite a bit of you on here, and like makes me feel special. Like look at that, 32 thumbs up. Like that's pretty awesome. So thank you all for joining me here on the stream. If you want to continue to chat with me or hang out with me, or just want to be like more involved with the community, here's a link to the Discord that I have, and it's mostly geared towards mobile developers. You could feel free to just hang out with me, or if you have a question and need some help with something, you know, I could try to help out with that. Let's see, I got a couple other comments in here. I definitely think the tooling for Flutter is better though. The way the code auto formats with Dart is amazing. Yes, like whenever I switch back over to Xcode, I keep hitting Command S to save and then have it reformat, and nothing happens, and it's just like so disappointing. Like it was really annoying at the start, like when I started getting used to it. But it is just like, oh man, like I hate that that I'm so used to it in VS Code, and they don't have the same thing in Xcode. So yeah. Oh, look at we got an award. So it's actually saying that we hit 100 messages today. Wow, that's a lot. So this is like the first time that I've ever had that many messages, because this is the first time that I've had like this many people come and hang out with me before. So thank you all. I really do appreciate it. Another question: why did you choose block state management and not GetX or RiverPod? So I answered this one a little bit earlier, but I'll answer it again, no problem. So I chose block state management because I saw that, I keep forgetting his name. It's like, I think it's Coding with Andrea. He had done a poll somewhere, and he was like saying like, oh, which state management options are y'all using? And most people were saying that they use the block pattern. And Block has been around like since Flutter had came out, or at least it was around from like 1.0 and on for sure. And I know that it's popular and I know that it scales well, but it also has a learning curve. And I thought if I could break it down and make it easier to learn, then at least more people will feel more comfortable when the majority of people that are out here using Block, they're talking about those things. So that's why I went with it, because I thought it would help other developers feel more comfortable with understanding Block, and that it also scales well. Now, I personally like RiverPod. I haven't implemented it yet, but I did some research on it and I was looking at it, and I thought it looked really nice and it'd probably be the way that I wanted to go. But since the majority of people seem to be using Block, that's why I went that way. Um, just a few more questions before I have to go. Guys like the stream. He's so hard. Thank you, Devang. Devang. Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. I hate not being able to pronounce people's name. Thank you so much. It's not that much hard work. It's just coming to hang out with y'all, and luckily you guys keep me entertained while I'm coding, so I really appreciate it. Kush, woohoo! Yes. Thanks, Bradley. Thank you for thinking that I'm awesome. And Cristanto from Indonesia. Hello from the States, all the way out to Indonesia. All right, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for coming and joining. One last thing that I want to do is just give a shout out to my company, which is AWS, and specifically the Amplify team. If you have a chance, go play with Amplify, and then let me know any feedback that you have, because it would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to figure out how to make this thing super awesome for you all and make life easier to like build full stack apps. So GQ or Geek from Morocco, I'm happy to help. Kush, the energy is everything. That's what it is, man. Yeah, having a few beers and watching you. It's a little bit early for beer for me, but I feel you in the spirit. I'm more of an energy drink type of person, so I might bring an energy drink to hang out with you one of these days, Bradley. All right, so thank you all. Have a great rest of the day and keep coding passionately. Man, that was fun today.